Hello and welcome to Tallahassee, Florida. Just a spectacular day for college football in the house that Bobby Bowden built. The Florida State Seminoles ready to open another season at the Dome. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Seminoles have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. He'll do it himself on the draw. Breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
They'll move the wide receiver. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it and still on his feet. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolute shank. Missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
Handoff from the gun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove it.
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Grabbed in the middle, it's Robinson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Seminoles will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No fair catches here, looking for room. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The option. Quick toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got it set up on the outside. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Doak. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Fires left. And the missed connection on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
They kick it away on fourth down. He'll field the punt and look for room. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They get to him as he throws.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Hines is tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Well, that's just pitch and catch. At this point, you're just trying to create some rhythm in the passing game, so you find your tight end, stick route middle of the field. Doesn't get easier than that.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Defense playing a bail technique. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Open space at the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And that one's incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to throw, it's Mateer. This time he's got it. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And it's incomplete on third down.
The quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable, because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down, but because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up. They find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Back to pass. It's Castellanos. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Moves around to clear up the vision. Oh, the sweet feet. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a chance to show off those return skills, but he gives his offense the ball at the 29.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Fires to the right. Complete downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring in a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him, so a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they'll match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Floating away. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
This time it's complete. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Pass the sticks, and he may get more. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need to push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown Sooners! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Nice drive, nice touchdown. I love this offense's response to what happened a week ago. Listen, we're 0-1, so be it. Let's put the foot on the gas. Let's move forward, get better, and they have in game 2 so far.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And it's caught inside the 30. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement. And listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. It's Sategna. And he's still running after the move. Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Auburn. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch. It's Williams. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to go up top on first down. Sails one into the middle. Finds a spot in the middle. Ernie on the Jets. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
There he goes. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
First half coming to an end. Offensively, you're trying to put a drive together to get back in this ball game. The last thing you wanted to do was turn the football over, dig yourself an even bigger hole. Not good execution by the offense.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Blackwell. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, That is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerk.
Turning it on! Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the first down. The Noles want to crank the tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Turns and fires a risky pass back to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Looking for a gap. It's Ott. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mateer. Dances away to buy time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. It's not the first time they've seen that.
On third down, he drops the throw. He takes a chance and fires it across the field.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into third and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. And that was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Wide receiver going in motion. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And the ball squirted out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and it's a hit like that that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Off the play fake on first down. He's got it along the sideline. He's loose. Touchdown, Florida State. A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. How about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Back to pass. It's Mateer. Blasted as he lets it go. He makes the catch. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was fourth down, now first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
The option look. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense picks it up.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Pulls it in. It's Williams. Breaks into the open. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air, it's Castellanos. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This will be the final play of the third quarter with just 1 tick left on the clock. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. This time on target. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Copeland. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open, and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. UConn has the lead right now. Husky hysteria has been palpable all week across the state, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 11 over the Stallions. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Mateer. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. The pressure was rising. Drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy that you've got.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
To the air on second down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The official says no good. And here in the fourth quarter, still all tied up, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking to scramble. He turns it loose to the left. Wide open. He makes the catch. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll go to the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Man, if he doesn't drop it, there's 2 picks and 2 consecutive drives. He was in great position to make another play, just couldn't secure the catch.
Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. From the gun, wants to pass. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in great position.
That's caught. It's Williams. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Man, there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
Turning and firing back to the right, that's risky.
Oftentimes, as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late, we're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
Comes from their own 44. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Bringing the heat. That's caught. It's out. Oh, there's the ball. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turn.
Blow from this offense. You got the football in the 4th quarter, a chance to go take the lead. Now you turn it over. Your defense is going to have to go out there and step up for you.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Leaves it with the back. The Sooners get enough to move the chains.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Buys a little time with his feet. Looking down the left side. Underneath toast of coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown Sooners. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Webster. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Rushes on him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Honestly, I don't think in this situation of the game you need to be taking shots that far down the field. You need high percentage throws. You need to be able to play pitch and catch and move this ball down the field, down a possession late to put yourself in an opportunity to win.
He's taking a deep shot. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on fourth down. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Touch pass on the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Quarterback running on the draw. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on 3rd and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you are. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And they'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Castellanos. He's going up top here late in the game. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.